Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today it's time for a beginning of a new era, I hear. We're going to watch a film. It's going to be Musume themed. It's called Beginning of a New Era and I'm very much looking forward to it after last week's mishap. Broad apologies. I'm sorry for essentially taking a week off. There wasn't really much last week. Let's be real. Again, it was general fatigue on top of the car stuff. Yeah. Nothing's changed, by the way. The car's still fucked and I'm still tired. But we're here. We're ready to go. We've timed things a little bit better this week. So I guess thank you for understanding is my major point there. Rolling into our sole and only YouTube comment here from hopefully this is easier to read. We'll go into a few different things here, pick and choose and all that. Just clarifying that their favorite thing was in fact Beginning of a New Era and not Road to the Top, so vote of confidence in the stuff we're going to be watching here today. Apparently 2 centimeters is an important distinction between vodka and Scarlet, with vodka winning a race by 2 centimeters and vodka being 2 centimeters taller than Scarlet in the show. It's all very much connected there, a gag that they're calling back to. I posed the question last week who would actually win if all of these horses were basically in a race together. Of course, a lot of other factors go into it: distance, location, track conditions, anything really. We're going to assume a couple things. Let's say it's a medium or medium to long race, as that is what majority of the competitors do generally do. It is in Tokyo because we saw Suzuka cross the Zelkova tree. Based on fastest times, there's actually a very clear winner, but we're choosing to be hush-hush about it. We must remember that I still have some stuff here to come. To be watched. So again, we don't want to be talking about that and potentially infer certain things that we don't want to infer as of yet. Keen-eyed viewers such as myself would have spotted that mystery Uma at the end of episode 13 there. Many people have theorized that it is a prototype for Kita-san Black, as I did too. They look pretty similar. Kita-san was a big deal when the series was announced. It was kind of very close to her, actually, like her runs, if that makes any sense. Her real life stuff. Or his. Anyway, it's weird. Either way, they do look pretty similar, and it would be like this Kohai type horse that is coming in after the fact. Trainer-san's involved, speakers involved. Makes sense to me. Of course, we know the director, small girl, I believe, Akikawa, maybe based on Tannhauser's father in real life, Northern Taste, where people would now argue that Tannhauser is a Nepo baby because of this. It's been fun being on TikTok and like kind of getting the odd Musume thing and being like, oh, people really like that horse. Like Agnes Tachyon, people really like that one. People really like Tannhauser. There's a few I haven't met yet, which people are gaga about. They go crazy for them. So yeah, it's always fun to get that little taste. Again, yeah, Tannhauser was one of them, I guess. That's my point there. And that'll do it for the YouTube comments. Let's jump over to the patrons and give them a shout out. Once again, thank you very much for last week, especially patrons. I know that, again, I feel bad when people like pay for things and I can't do things for certain reasons. Like, people paying money. I want to do the right thing. So anyway, I didn't hear peep about it. Thank you for understanding, everybody. You guys are great. Thank you. But yeah, Patreon linked in the description below. $6 a month if you want to see next week's 1 week early. There's also Frieren and Little Witch Academia at the moment too. A very big thank you to Sean, Ace Lightning, Ada, Akamancer, Alex, Alchemy, Astafif Uftafif, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, BD422, Patero, Brennan M. Gibbons, Brett Jones, Caitlin, Capella, Chopper Copley, Cure Dynamics, Signerin, Dakota, Dapper Dwarf, Ed, Eric Algelius, Fancy Question Mark, Fried Rice, Fruit, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Hans Peter, I. Bailey, Ika, Intaz Students, Iria, Israel Yanez, J. Campion, Yako Yavnen, Jacob R., Jeff Solis, Joran, Kasogtha, Clem, Lick H., Locus Crulius, Lou, Lupe Ferrugia, Leander, Maddock the Doppelganger, Marco-san, Matthew Bratcher, Matthew Mortlock, May, Michael Thompson, Mickey Babbers, Miru, Mistake El Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Murmuring, Nature Without Man, Noah, Panic, Pencil Shop 333, Platinum Fighter, Pike, St. Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Samuel Guerrero, SGM Janus, Shiny Haxorus, Skeleton, Tentacle Member, Terrence, This Rice Eater, Tobias Dow Christensen, Waifu Overdose Without a Net, Mara, Binchi, Jummy Boo, Kelvin, Runlight BNK, Eclipsing, Free Weekend, and Victor London. Thank you very much for giving me money. I enjoy the money. Beginning of a new era, everybody. I think we're going to keep it pretty light, because surprisingly enough, I don't really know much about it. I know it's a film. I know that it came out in Japan a couple years back, a while back, and is only recently released overseas. I remember seeing some advertising for Australian screenings, of course, which is always exciting. Just an FYI, the closest screening to me is 5 hours away. I checked. That's not good. I often see it get paired with Road to the Top, so maybe same horses. Maybe we see Narita Top Road, Ayabe, opera, hopefully opera. Again, that would be great. But yeah, it's filmic umas. May change structure some. We'll probably end up talking about it. It's going to change budget. I'm expecting this thing to look quite good, is my point. And yeah, I mean, I wonder how we base it around. Like, Road to the Top was kind of a movie, but not really. This is our first, like, real shot cinema. Let's see what they have. And yeah, without any further ado, I think we just jump in. Beginning of a new era, coming right up, Musume. And there we have it, Musume, beginning of a new era, 2024, up there ready to go. 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 12 seconds on this one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. I have the OK Subs version, should be the same as everything else I've been rolling with in this reaction series. Get that version if you would like to have my exact version. If not, there's a picture-in-picture version in the description below for your viewing pleasure. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. And I am recording. It's the movie thing, look. The movie's going. Indeed. Games. There's a football team sponsored by Games. Did I see that? Anyway, I'll do some investigation. Cool. Very cool. There's a lot going on there. Like, this is just like some callback to like origins of cinema type stuff too. Am I right in saying that one of the first things put on film was a horse running? I feel like that's ringing bells. Indeed. The aspect ratio is crazy. What is happening? ¿Por qué? Classic. Toast in the mouth. Oh, he's cool. Okay, they're watching the race. I was like, is she competing? Because she's super late if she's competing. ¿Por qué? Yeah, cool. She's got kind of a delinquent vibe. Very pretty. Whoa! Yo. Horse. The soundtrack's fucking lit, too. Fujikaseki. Heard that name before. In the Yayoi Show. Heard that name before. She's tough. The soundtrack's fucking killer right now. Whoa. Oh, shaky hand. Never in doubt. Noble phantasm. Why is it so good? Hoppo Pablo? Never in doubt. Strong start, everybody. Good on you, Gramps. Go on, lad. Cinema. Cinema? What? She didn't leave. I'm not ready to go. You should run. Lighting, dude. What is the little charm? Well, it's clear what it's symbolizing, but yeah, cool. Yeah, okay, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Go get him, Poke. Like a Pokeball or something. I don't know. Pokemon? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh my god. He's fucking lit. I love that guy. Jungle Pocket. Sounds like a League of Legends or something. Pocket? I feel like this may be the beginning of a new era. Sapporo. Alright. Cold. Interesting. So, did that all just happen? Opera spotted. Like, was that our little, like, skip ahead? Seems as though it was, yes. So, because now she's here. You're a creep. Ooh. Cool shot. Am I insane? Shaft vibes? A little bit. It's definitely very different. I would love to look at some stuff. Okay, bye. You're gonna give him a heart attack. She's great. She hasn't lost any of that personality through that time skip. Oh, this guy. Did we see this guy before? Or is it a different guy? Yeah, there's a little bit. Something's going on. This is the lab-coated one. Agnes Tachyon? I believe? I think so. She looks about as mentally sane as you. Whoa. Why is it cool? Why is it so good? She's a freak. We love the freaks. You know we love the freaks. She realized she wasn't built for this. Oh, interesting. So, are these winter uniforms, or did they go to a different school? Winter uniforms. I like her friends. So many characters. So he came out of retirement. Got in your head a little bit. Interesting. Interesting. That's cool too. I thought we were gonna stay in that first person shot the entire race, maybe. That could have been something. Well, we know who's going to win here, don't we? It's very quiet. It's all about the sound right now. The stride, man. Whoa! It's actually fucking lit. Evil horse. I think we ran second. This fucking thing is fascinating that I'm watching. Fascinating. It's extremely cool in a way that I'm not expecting. I wasn't expecting Musume to be this cool. No offense, obviously. I don't know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like so many different things. And not things I was thinking it would have reminded me of. Like Revue Starlight the movie vibes. Poke. Cool shot. Glass of piss. You know. We lose races. We can't win them all. Oh! TM Opera Goat. 8th win in a row? Holy fuck. Oh. Yeah, dude. Well, she got the weather radar up or something. I believe we saw you a Manhattan Cafe. Uh. Great. I was about to say she's normal, but she might be a freak too. Imaginary friend? Huh. Catch up to her? What is the shot? She might lose. That's oddly specific. NTR spotted. Why? Hey! Watch out. My goat's washed? Hang on now. Wait. Interesting, that was Doto as well. But yeah, I mean, my goat's fucking turbo not washed. That was the best thing I've ever seen. My goat is goat. Oh, these two. We like those two. We like her too. We like all these horses. She's like fucking All Might. Oh my god. The Overlord. Thoughts, Poke? I gotta lock the fuck in. She seems inspired. I would be too. I'm hyped the fuck up. Also, how good did it look? What the fuck? You know I'm a massive fucking nerd because I'm dying to pause this thing and just look up everyone that's worked on it. Your roommates? Maybe? Interesting, okay. What? Oh, yeah, we know them. There's John and Musume over there. Shut up. Lots of little fun details in the background there too. Main character seat. Watch out now. Oh! Harurara. Is that Thingo in the back, the blonde? We know her. Swing at her? Huh? Is that an X-ray? Cool. Holy shit. Cool shot. Evil. What? She turned into a blob. Hey, cafe-san with the coffee. I'm drinking coffee. Are you? Cabedon. Without the cabe. And then I'm gonna kiss you. Cute coffee cup. We love the classics, folks. Did you see the future? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Alright, they're finally actually kind of matching each other's freak. A little bit. What? What? Huh? Data horse. What a nerd. Dansu makes me think of something else. Oh, hello, Top Road. What? Oh, it's fucking Trainer-san. We like that guy. Nabe. Yeah. Hey, practice against the best and you'll become the best. I don't trust you. There's a heap of damn horses in this thing. Are you stretching while still... Get off the damn laptop. Yeah, what's this friend stuff? Ominous. The storm. Why is it so cool? I don't know about that. Get that checked out, though, the cough. What are races? Whoa. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're reaching the final frontier? What's happening? Why am I like scared? Oh. Poor Manhattan Cafe. Yeah, who is Storm? Wait. Uh, bear witness to the Matrix? Okay. I think I got confused there. It's so visual. Bored of my good friend Manhattan Cafe. Her eyes are super weird. I don't know, maybe. We approached the event horizon there. Like the light waves, the rainbows, the storm, like the it becoming like a wave form. There was so much shit. All right, they're truly obsessed with each other though. I summon water bottle. She needs to take the jacket off. I can't imagine running well like that. It's true. And she's fueled by spite, which is one of the most important things to be fueled by. That's cute. We both remember how things turned out. Built different. The battleship? pretty. Very pretty, actually. Very pretty. Okay, is this where we get some... Yeah. We both remembered how it ended. You did plenty well. I can try. So, there's a number of cuts that just make you, like, catch your breath, man. I'm going to win every race. That's a cool name. I'm such a breaker. Why is it so cool? Ooh, interesting. Is her name Dantsu? Oh. Silent Suzuka. Hello. It's fucking... Yeah, she is trying to, Who asked? Because I'm scared. What? She whispered a spell? Whoa! There's witchcraft. She hexed you. What the fuck? What? Oh my god. There's some wizardry at foot. She's done pretty well considering. Yeah, the late start. Pretty quick. We'll have to see that under 60 seconds. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. Huh. How do... Interesting. I'm absorbed in the production right now. They love this. They love the camera like that. They'll move out and like extend it out and like it'll give you such a sense of speed. Oh, you've done quite well. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, she's fucking evil. She's never gonna lose. Einstein step. What the fuck? Motherfucker, she solved horse racing. It's done. Whoa! Another incredible shot. I think it's cooked, man. She's almost there, catching up to the speed of light. She's touching the fifth dimension. I don't know how to feel. Evil. What the fuck? Watch that foot now. Watch that foot now. That's all I'll say. She has those x-rays up all the fucking time. Hey, we don't get mad, we get even. Go back to the lab, we gotta cook. It's the right attitude. It fucking sucks. She did use witchcraft, now that I remember. It's kind of soiled the victory. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay. You're hella weird. Yeah, I think she's fucking dying or something. Oh no, dude, the red is crazy. Interesting. Yeah. This now is all starting to make a bit more sense. The colors are amazing. Are you guys seeing this? Like, I love anime because it like elevates feeling. It elevates like reality. It's fucking it's heightened. This is exactly what I'm after. Nah, she's gone. She's escaped. Containment. And yeah, a lot of tachyons. Oh, hello. How much sugar? Interesting. As we get into the actual themes of what we're doing. Gotcha. You're one of the experiments, by the way. Poke. If you didn't already know. Jungle Pocket. Punch. Shoot to kill. Hey, you need to do multiple experiments. You're pretty quick. Yeah, but it wasn't, you know, it was just one race. It was a poor scientific study. The real life story here must be like fascinating too, right? Because there isn't like an evil scientist horse. I don't think so. So there must be some actual different reasons IRL. Who the fuck is her? Alright, you're matching the energy. That's good. Has somebody checked on the sun? It's very red. Feet? Yeah. I'm experimenting on all of you. To reach the pinnacle of horse racing. And you don't even know. You're. I'm shocked. Oh. Daiwa Scarlet. Oh, that guy. We've seen that guy too. Whoa, whoa. Broken. It's so cool. Why is the Musume movie kind of experimental? Experimental, like a science experiment. I just noticed we're in a shack. Oh, it's his house. I think it's more than a bad mood. Time to do some coaching? Because we're going to take our dad, Nabe-san. We're going to take him to the derby. Remember that. Foot. Hmm. Hmm. Good speech, man. We got bigger fish to fry. That's a good characterization for Porky here. Actually, like, chilling out. At least a little bit. Picking a moment. Well, he's got that shit on, too. The shoes. Whoa. Interesting. Running is like the purest form of expression for a horse girl. Interesting. Whoa! It's so cool. Oh shit, she's locked. Well, we know what we have to do, right? Well, too fucking bad. You're about to see a new superstar. Who the hell's that in the back? With the band-aids? Who does he look like? He looks like someone. With the nose. I can't even think. A very famous character. Yeah, well, I need to see the results of my experiment. She's like the catalyst. She's got to be killed. She got to go. Oh shit. Yeah, again, like I'm like the refraction point for all this light. I'm like I'm the strike of lightning. I'm all this stuff. You're one of the experiments. The rival that exceeded the speed of light. All right, no spells out of the barriers this time. Cool. Now we'll watch the camera again this race. Mm-hmm. It'll be moving the entire time, and we'll kind of go and we'll sweep. It looks so cool, and it's very hard to do. That was a small example there. Minami picture. Holy shit. There's some names in this thing, man. Dantsu Flame. They probably said that name previous too. Dantsu Flame. Su. I think you're kind of cute. I'll give you that. I think they all want to win. Yeah, Perry Steam's cool too. Great background horse. 6. Wait, 7. Oh, close. A spell? Oh, that looked cool too. That was great. Remember when I said before, like, Musume with a movie budget? They're blown. I legitimately didn't even, in my wildest dreams, expect it to look this good. Oh, he's got the shakes again. It's cute. She's coming. Perry Steam. Okay, she can understand subtext. That's good. Yeah, I was about to say, Takyon's fucking eating this up. This is exactly what she wants. Whoa. What? She's Goku? She didn't have ult. Well, I think I know who's gonna win. Unless... That turned into goo. Whoa! They're right there, eh? How long's this fucking race? Go! Rule. Don't touch the mic. Whoa, whoa. Alright, fucking... Well done? I don't know how to feel. Because Takyon's evil plan is still in play. But we won, hey, we won. Length and a half. Oh yeah, Dad. Yeah, Dad, you did it. Nabe. The Cabbage Man. Oh, oh. Wait, you didn't think about that part? Call her out. Wrestling style. Cut a promo. Oh, it's like a. Oh, it's like a. It's like electricity. She's fucking Tarzan. Do horses roar? She's fucking going off her tits. Cute. This is a weird movie. Yeah, like where? Yeah. Big moment for you right here, though. Ooh, great. Great touch. Great shot. Oh, this song. Where's my winning live? Oh. She's cool. She's actually heaps cool. She's getting overshadowed a little bit because, you know, Agnes Tachyon is like a supervillain. But yeah, she's great. Jungle Pocket. I'll have to tap into the game after this. There's too many good horses. Ugh. Yeah, getting a little bit jelly now, eh? Backfired? And you see it. Cool shot. Oh, beach. You're just Googling her? Oh, you're Googling yourself. Okay. What was it called? Noodle or something? That's great. Oh, they've got these bus seats too. Classic. Every bus in the world has that kind of pattern on the seats. They're all here. Cute. Tiamat Bro spotted. Oh, these two, Karan and Ayabe. Yeah, we're yet to see some Manhattan Cafe action. Cute. It was almost like a barrier or something. That was cool. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Need to stay comfy. Yeah, we're all doubling down on the... Why are you wearing a hat? There's a witch? There's lots of witches. Yeah, you got to be strength... I'm with Poke. You got to be strength training. Not... Like, you're doubling down on the running if you do go into the treadmill again. There's some big fucking eaters in this place. Okay. 3 times. Huh? This is great. Bit of slice of life with the horses. Funny little section there. Yeah, definitely giving... It's similar vibes to 2 weeks ago with Road to the Top, eh? Just the same setting again, pulling the tire. The girls are getting stronger though. Leading the pack now. I'm proud of you, Manhattan Cafe. Cafe-chan. Bit of rice shower about you, eh? A little bit. Oh, banger there. Like a soft, like indie rock thing. Honestly, these two, they're kind of chill. Love her voice. Festival. A nice little training arc there. I liked that. Oh, the sound. Everybody in the in yukata as well, which is nice. What's Harurara doing? Yes, boss. Oh. Yeah, you can't really unretire. Surely nobody's gonna unretire, right? All the feet there. Very specifically, she was, yeah. Whoa, ew. Unless. Uh. Takyon looks unbeatable. The hell was that? Oh, for the derby stuff? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my pleasure. The colors too, man. It's this rainbow thing. Cool scene. Love the music again. It's so very good. She's stuck in the fucking Windows background. Oh, okay. Ugh! She's having a fucking panic attack? Someone help? What? Why is it so good? Wah! What's happening now? Racing at night? Whoa! Unless... Hey, shoutouts though. So that was an actual race that was run at night? Thoughts? Or is it a dream? Okay. Cool scene though. Can you fucking clean up? Okay, so that did happen. I think this is... I doubt the race happened at night, everybody. Yeah, opera's fucking awesome. I like that she still hangs out with all her friends. And they're like worried. Hey, you forgot your little thing. There's also a shard missing? Fucking hell. Yeah, it's a metaphor. If my nan had wheels, she'd be a bike. But she doesn't. So she's my nan. I am. I'm being haunted by myself? Thank you. Yeah, it is interesting. From the start of Poke's character, you wouldn't think that she'd be the type to be like tortured like this. I think it goes to show her progress and investment and care and whoa. All right, Peak. This is fucking cool. Hey, 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 hey. Put those puppies away. Okay. Do they let you keep the costume? I thought we didn't own the costume. I always think about the logistics. Like, do I pay for it, or did they make it, or... Kind of passed the baton there. That was cool. We need to shatter this ghost. Exercise your demons. Oh, it's so cool. And the facial expressions, man. Oh, and the sunrise? The summit, the peak. There she fucking goes. Because there's the throwing it up in the air and chasing it angle. From that day to now. Ooh, music. Dude, these two, they're so wholesome. Hey, she's back. Wish Fuji Kaseki was real. Cute. It's almost like she was the trainer. Alright, you freak show, what have you got for me? She's fucking itching to go. She's become a degenerate? She's locked up in a room? She doesn't clean? All she watches is Musume? Sounds like me. Oh shit. Oh yeah, it's a fucking mess in here. Cute. Seems like a climax for a movie. Oh, the Overlord's gonna be there. All right, I mean, we know who we're going for. Holy, she's so cool. Oh, shot. You complete me. No! Don't let the light fade. Agnes Tachyon. Come on now. You know you want to. Oh. The Dead of Night. That looks sick. Go over to Manhattan Cafe's little fucking zone. The music is fucking so good. Yes, Dad. I want Dansu to win something before all is said and done. Oh, I kind of like racing too. No way, no Agnes Tachyon. Well, we need to go save her. Hey, she'll keep running in my own mind. We know those two. As my alarm goes off. Oh, yeah, dude. Ha ha ha. Who the hell is Young Werthers? What are you talking about, man? Yes. My bank account details, whatever you want. I'll give you everything. Right back to the start again. We're looping back around. I plan on it. Cute? Sure. Who invited bro? Where's my Agnes Tachyon, everybody? Oh yeah, shoutouts Doto as well. We fuck with Doto. We fuck with Top Road. And yeah, you too. And obviously Opera. We want Opera to win. Come on now. Don't be silly. Stato. Are we going to end this thing with a winning live as well? Regrets. I feel bad, man. I feel bad for our good friend, Tachyon. She is evil, though. Oh well. It's Musume. She'll have a chance to run again. Somehow. Honestly, who do we think's going to win? Because I don't think it's Opera. Manhattan Cafe? I should kind of had her win. Is Manhattan Cafe even in the race? I didn't even pay attention. Yeah, they're not in the race. I wanted Dancer to win something too. I feel bad. Well, it's probably just going to be the main character then. Jungle Pocket. Whoa, she's so fucking cool. Follow me. This makes me want to fucking run. Even she's captivated by the raw fucking energy of opera. Amazing. This is for you, big dog. Oh my god, the music. Insert song. Hang on now. Domain expansion. Sick. Holy fuck, what the fuck is happening? Help. It is that serious. Good win, man. Very good win. Over my goat, too. Hey. Cool shot. Oh my god. That sequence, dude. Hey, I'm sure opera's like, fucking, I respect the hustle, man. Now what? What are we doing? It's nice that Tachyon got a little bit of a happy ending there, too. She seems all very inspired. What is happening? They ushered in the beginning. They said it. There we go. Where is she? Hello. Alright. I'm guessing that's like fake shit, but it's still cool. Also, they're doing an idol show. Everyone shut up. Adorable. Dantsu Flame. Tachyon can dance? Oh, see, a different stage setup this time, eh? prism. Yeah, shot, man. I mean, I expect really good performances now, and it's really good. Nothing, not a lot of CG in the movie, like, at all. Not obvious CG, anyway. And I'm sure it's in there, but, like, looks great. Oh, horseshoe! I get it. That really... Really? Guess we're probably just credits from here, eh? That's a nice logo for me. I'll use that. Thanks. For my thumbnail. Oh, we're doing the song. Uma Pioy? Horse hop. What do you want me to say? It was fucking so cool. I mean, just quiet down a little bit. I'm trying to talk. Hang on. Stay in the moment. Let's listen to it. I'm sure there'll be ample time to talk about this. Not in a very long time have I wanted to look up stuff more. Tomatoes back. There you go. Walking into an Uma Musume reaction video, I didn't think like the two things that it would remind me of the most were like Shaft, like Kizumonogatari areas, and like Revue Starlight movie. I didn't think that's where we were going. It also, every studio in Japan worked on this. White Fox, C Station, Trigger, A1, Wit. Everyone did fucking everything. Yeah, this is damn impressive. This is what you get when you pair like passion and like creative people and really good staff with money from a gacha game and let them just do fucking whatever. Like it's so impressive from that perspective. I'm actually surprised I hadn't heard more buzz. It really impressed me. It's a very, very good movie. And probably the best thing in Uma Musume. I still like some of that season 2 stuff. It's very strong. If we had to get like small criticisms out of the way, I think we dropped pace about here. About, 3/4 of the way through. It's just kind of like... I mean, it's significant. It's the point of the film. But it's kind of like, I get it. I get what Jungle Pocket's doing. And I guess when you're watching like 100 minutes of it in a row, like, not the novelty wears off, but it's hard to be continuously just impressed with the production. They're going crazy though. Shooby dooby foie? Whatever you say. Clearly, again, the focus here is going to be fucking Tachyon. What an insane character. I feel like that's something that we've probably been missing. Like, she feels the most antagonistic out of most characters we've seen in the show. Still obviously has her positive points. I don't think she's a villain, but like antagonistic for large portions. And yeah, she has a cool arc. Like, obviously, like, flew a little close to the sun, prioritized her experiments ahead of how she actually felt. And then, yeah, missed her opportunity. I like some of the stuff where, like, this version of Jungle Pocket that's, like, you know, holding herself back, like that mirror version, like, takes on a lot of the, like, mannerisms of Tachyon almost. Like, a lot of the exaggerated facial expressions and stuff. I was waiting for more to happen with Manhattan Cafe, too. She was cool. And I really like Dancer Flame. Cute design. And that goes a long way. And it's very focused. Not many, like, other horses. I guess there's Fuji Kiseki. And I like the Nabe guy. He's cool. The friend characters are cool. Like, we didn't see, like, a few other people. Like, Opera's in it, kind of. I don't know. I'm used to just seeing more dudes in the background, and we kind of hold back on that stuff. Oh, shout out to Opera. Her scene was like Kino. It was the best thing I've ever seen. I'm going to watch it again now. Alright, that was a pretty cool movie. Putting it lightly. I'll return probably tomorrow and talk about that in some more detail. What form that takes, I do not know, because there's a lot to talk about. I might do some notes, I think. We'll see. But yeah, positive. Very, very good. You'll see me. And we're back. It's the next day. Musume Pretty Derby, beginning of a new era, has been watched. I thought it was just swell. I loved my time there yesterday. Very, very entertaining film. Basically above anything else, I would say. So if you're unfamiliar with the movie format, I'm not going to go back through scene by scene here. Instead, I've written how many pages? 4 or 5 pages of notes. This is mostly just to keep me in check, because I'll keep repeating myself and, you know, yabbering on about the same things. This is just to structure me a little bit, especially as it gets a little bit longer. It's why I sometimes hesitate to do movies, because they are, you know, that little bit extra work of doing the notes and whatnot, and they're also overwhelming. There's a lot of different things that happen within the 110 so minutes here, and I'm not going to get to all of it, especially not some of the history-leaning stuff. I'm still on don't look up Wikipedia o'clock. I'm not doing any of that. I've caught bits and pieces from the Discord. I trust them to be, you know, civil about things and not spoil, so I'll try to throw some of that knowledge in there if I can, as well as a lengthy piece on Opera O specifically, which I've read as well from one of the commenters, one of the regular commenters that was also linked in Discord, so thank you very much for that. It was very insightful, very inspiring. Opera O, more and more evidence for why she is the GOAT, as pictured here, of course, as well. Very cool. Like, legitimately, look at that. That's like the coolest shit I've ever seen. Right there. That's it. Like, all the source of, like, your trigger and your like, tokusatsu and, like, all that shit, like, here, with a horse girl that also wears a crown and has a funny laugh. Like, if you don't think that's top tier, I don't know what's wrong with you. That's kind of where I'm landing on it. Anyway, my notes. Yeah, I've got it kind of split into categories. We'll just make our way through and make my thoughts known. That's kind of the vibe. And a lot of these I have more expansion upon. I'm not just going to say, this movie is cool. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. So let's start. What do I mean by this movie is cool? So, not to be mean, but sometimes on the channel I separate my things into, or my things that I watch, into like cool shows and like not so cool shows. It has nothing to do with quality, it's more just like my outside perception going into it. Like, basically, is it cool to like it? Penguin Drum. It's cool to like Penguin Drum. You're smart and switched on and stuff. Monogatari. It's cool to like Monogatari. Utena. It's cool to like Utena. Sure, all that stuff. Now, less cool to like, but still equally enjoyable, especially for its scope, is stuff like you know, Girls and Panzer, stuff like Musume here, stuff like the Little Witch Academia I'm watching at the moment as well. A little bit more laid back, sometimes slice of lifey, you know. I'm pretty old when it comes to this anime stuff. It will get kind of, you know, compartmentalized and labeled and put in a corner somewhere. So it's hard to drop that distinction in my own mind, I guess. What I am here to report is that Musume, through Beginning of a New Era, has transitioned from one to the other in a way that I've never seen before. It's gone from a show that is uncool to like to a show that is very, very cool to like. It is a production delight. It is an anime nerd dream. It's genuinely cool. It's fucking cool to watch it. I think I say my best compliment for the very end. I recently did a bunch of movies on the channel, right? Might as well scroll down there now. I recently did a bunch of movies, right? It wouldn't have been out of place in that run of movies. And that was like, you know, Naoko Yamada stuff. It was Ghost in the Shell. It was Paprika. It was Cosmic Princess Kaguya. It's a bunch of stuff. Rezeark. It wouldn't have been out of place in that section. That is a testament to its quality. Very, very, very awesome. So me personally, I'm not a Sakuga nerd, but I know what people who are look for, and this is their shit. This is 100% their shit. So much creativity and like pizzazz brought to, you know, the IP. It's basically the best possible scenario for making a movie like this. You get the creatives to be able to pop off and do what they want to do, and it's all within a framework that's actually going to make money. Like, it's the best of all worlds, I guess. I think within the scope of the Musume franchise, you compare this a lot to Road to the Top, which also had a fantastic production, of course. I think we get the characters a bit more right here. Now, obviously, in Road to the Top, you have Opera, and Opera's awesome. There's a shot of Opera, hello. But she's not the main character, she's not the main drive there. It's a lot of Narita Top Road and Ayabe, of course. And I had some criticisms there regarding pacing and, you know, motivation for the characters and whatnot and how we did all that. I think we hit that nail on the head here. I believe Poke, I believe Agnes, Tachyon, I believe their struggles a bit more than previous than in Road to the Top. Obviously, again, we're a little light on when it comes to characters like Manhattan Cafe and Dantsu Flame, but we more than make up for it with that central conceit regarding, you know, Tachyon and Jungle Pocket. As I've said before, film only enhanced more and more as you know more about the events as they happened. Normally here I would do a story breakdown as well. I don't think there's ultimately that much to the plot in a macro sense. It's kind of Jungle Pocket comes to school, inspired by Fujikiseki, wants to do the best, is very emotions-based, very, you know, I just want to win it all. A little bit simple early on, where again, Tachyon, in kind of comparison, has this goal that is way broader and less personable. Like, broader in terms of, like, scope. Like, she's thinking up here where we're thinking down here, and the moral of the film is the thinking down here is actually pretty good. It actually feels alright. So yeah, Tachyon then sees, you know, her racing career almost as an experiment to see how close we can get to the perfect racing form, using herself and her own body in those experiments and running it into the ground early on, knowing that she can't almost achieve that anymore, get to that same level, and then coming up with a nefarious scheme to essentially inspire everybody else to do it in her wake, which again is working for the record, right? It's working, and then we think about it, and it's like, oh shit, they won that race, it was awesome. I'm sitting here in the bleachers, that's terrible. So that's the Tachyon part of it, and then the Jungle Pocket part is like, okay, Tachyon, you've shown me something like unspeakably amazing and then disappeared from my life. Every single time that I'm successful, it's almost, you know, it's a hollow victory because I'm not there competing with you. We're going to get to criticisms later, but I think one of them is this is all starting to sound a little bit familiar. Like, just kind of this general sense of missing an opportunity by not really having, you know, your rival there for whatever reason, all the way back to season 1 with, you know, Special Week and Silent Suzuka there. Like, it's a pretty common thing. It's, you know, gets a little tad repetitive, I think. Anyway, it ends with Jungle Pocket kind of having the last laugh there, but also offering an olive branch, one that you don't take in the moment. Very, very touching scene here, I must say. Love the touch of the lighting, a lot of reflections, that glass kind of crystal conceit, which I like, as well as the kids playing outside, and again, Tachyon just shutting herself inside, and, you know, this Barry in the scene too. Very well directed show, man. Just, yeah, it gives this kind of sense of tragedy to the end before, obviously, we do the Musume thing, and hey, their careers aren't actually over, they're still doing this thing. It has a happy ending. We inspire Agnes Tachyon with our final race to come back, essentially. I even got into the nitty-gritty there, I didn't mean to. On a plot level, we're just racing. It's not really, it doesn't really oscillate that much, really. So instead I chose to focus on the characters, which I've kind of spoken about a little bit of it already. I'm out of order. Because it's a better way to talk about this stuff. Righto, Jungle Pocket. What do I like about Poké? Her delinquent vibe. Her delinquent vibe, everybody. She's like a puppy dog or something. She's fixated, but she can't quite tell you why. And it's almost like this stubbornness to it. It's like this inhuman, like, okay, I've seen Thing, I need to go get Thing now. That combined with the delinquent thing, it's just kind of this moment where everything clicks into place for her. I just love that. I was super in on her character immediately because of it. And obviously the throwing the crystal up in the air, following it along, that scene mirroring one later on with Fujikaseki. Good stuff. Fujikaseki obviously being the catalyst, the inspiration for all of this at the very beginning. We then do something very smart during our little opening, which is basically tell a little bit of the story, where, you know, she basically makes it into Tracing Academy and starts racing around and starts getting a bit of notoriety. There's some very cute interactions early on where she's like fangirling over Fujikaseki. This kind of stuff, just lovely. And yeah, following her along and her manner of speaking and her straightforwardness, it's all, yeah, it feels different enough to me. Different enough from, say, your Teos and your Kitasan Blacks and whatnot. Is a point of difference to anybody we've had in the past, just based on, like, almost just character archetype alone, where I thought that Narita Top Road was a little bit too basic and didn't have enough going on, a little bit too goody-goody for me, maybe. You know, you spice it up a little bit, you get a character like Jungle Pocket, which I like quite a bit better. Also a character that clearly buys a lot of tickets on themselves, like, is pretty confident about their ability, and obviously Agnes Tachyon taking that down a peg. Over the course of things, it's fun to watch that kind of, again, arc take place, and again, like, so much confidence early, that kind of challenge through the middle, that manifesting in an anxiety, it being like this reflected version of you as well. Again, I'll mention it later on. Almost taking on the mannerisms of Agnes Tachyon as well, which is very fun. And then, of course, overcoming that with the help of Fujikaseki again. Very wholesome, very good. I think where it all comes together, of course, is in this final little stretch. I think, you know, inspiring her, this race is a pretty touching scene. I thought it was very well done. And the color work, oh my god, the color work, it's so good. And yeah, coming out of that, the scene with Agnes Tachyon is the absolute highlight. This thing's gorgeous. It's this moment of clarity for Jungle Pocket as well. And I love, like, it's not just for Tachyon's sake, it's almost not for her sake at all, but it's exactly what she needs to hear at this time. By the end, they kind of were each other's rival in a weird way, despite, again, only racing together once or twice, I think. And most of all, I love the roar. Where's our roar, everybody? At about the midpoint, I think. Yeah, there we go. We love the roar. So the roar has some basis in real life, I've learnt. It's the horse actually did roar, or made a noise in its own way, so very cool. And I think the roar is most important for Tachyon's character arc. It's the point at which it kind of transitions away from, like, scientific experiment that I'm doing over to something real. It's this, like, primal, tangible, like, really fucking visceral thing that she's hearing that lets her know that, hey, this isn't sterilized. This is actually, like, we're feeling this moment. And Tachyon almost becoming jealous in the wake of that. You know, she's out here living it, like, living this moment so much. And I'm up there in the stands just kind of watching along when I had the perfect opportunity to, you know, go along with her, basically, like, to be that rival character. And again, that missed opportunity in the wake of that, kind of her trying to bury that down, but it coming forth in the end, her returning to racing. And I love this word with this film, catalyst. This is the catalyst for it all occurring. Again, it's almost double meaning there. It's like the science side of it still coming true. Like the science of emotions almost. Yeah. Kind of deep, honestly. I love this scene. Bit goofy, obviously it's an anime girl, like, roaring, but I liked it. I thought it was really cool. Okay, Agnes Tachyon. She's a fucking weirdo, but we love it. We love it heaps. I've said previously, when talking Musume, I'm always going to gravitate towards the personalities, towards the ones that are a bit crazy. Like, let's go, like, Bakushin, Sounds of Earth, fucking Opera O, like a bunch of these, right? Even like a Turbo. There's a few horses I like that are normal, like Nice Nature. Nice Nature's pretty normal. I like Nice Nature. But most of the time, if you're like kind of eccentric I'm in, and you're the most eccentric. She's the mad scientist horse. And there's loads of, like, heaps good, like, production reference stuff on this. One of the ones I really liked that I saw is she's not allowed to close her eyes ever, basically. Like, that is one of the tenets of the character. It just adds to the unsettling nature that she's meant to provide, right? I say it here, probably the closest thing franchise-wide in my experience to an antagonist, to somebody that stands counter to what Musume is about, in my view. When you're running around, when you're doing the Musume thing, it's meant to be like free-spirited. It's meant to be like this very pure expression of emotion. It's this word sterile. It's not meant to be like that. You can't reproduce it in a lab. It's this unexplainable chemical reaction that happens like on the course itself. And by the end, we just find that this is true. Like, regardless, this formula. Like, it's true regardless of what we can throw at it, and everybody is susceptible to it. Nobody's too good for it. You'll miss it by the end if you take her approach, right? Now, again, I feel like I've been on the channel lately referencing Monogatari a lot, and this is a Monogatari reference. I'm going to keep it spoiler-free, but this is something that we're talking about a little bit later on in the series. I don't know. If you plan on watching Monogatari, I probably would skip ahead some. I don't know, at least until this is off screen. So, Agnes Tachyon gives me Orgi vibes. Orgi, again, Monogatari character. If you know, you know. One, it's the sleeves. Orgi has the sleeves going on, and Orgi says suspicious shit, like, all the time, and is like, it's part of the greater mystery in that kind of overall arc in Monogatari, is like figuring out who the fuck she is and what she's doing. Towards the end of Monogatari, where things become a bit clearer, you know, that motivation at the core of it is a lot more believable and sympathetic and stuff. But yeah, it's the sleeves, it's the manner of speaking, and it's the scheming, I guess, right? Like, you've got this plan whereby you're going to pull out, and, you know, we have the whole red thing going on here, and then that's going to cause a chain reaction of the other competitors. Like, you're doing that to achieve a very specific goal based on other people. Like, it's almost like not treating them as people as well as treating them like pieces on your board, just kind of manipulatable and stuff. And again, Orgi ended up being one of my favorite characters. This is nothing but a compliment. Great job. Good stuff. And yeah, following the arc of her realization that she is in the wrong here, at the end is both tragic and satisfying. This scene here is just built on like, hey, I want her to go ahead and wake up and race in this race. You clearly want to do it, but you almost feel like too much time has passed now as well, that it's, you know, it's time for you to wind it up. Obviously, there's the injury element there too. I do believe you could have ran on it, but, you know, you're always making logical decisions and stuff either way. But obviously, again, she's still like an antagonist, right? It's still, like, satisfying to see Jungle Pocket in the right and doing the right thing here. It's satisfying to see your cold, calculating view of this stuff proven incorrect, and you to, you know, eat your own words for the torment you put the horses through back here. Sucked in, basically. You got what was coming. But also, come on, still come in, give us a cuddle. It's all good. And the end itself, obviously, again, we have, that's a funny face, we have Jungle Pocket doing her thing. But yeah, that kind of directly inspiring the running of Thingo as well. Outside, across that bridge, the bridge significant too, of course. That's the ending. What do we make of it? I just wish we got to see a race again. I think that would have been awesome. Obviously, again, we have winning live. That would have come after the race that is implied to have happened by the very end. I think there's maybe a room there where we could have given this scene here a little bit more focus. I would have loved a more solid send-off there, maybe. Next up, Fuji Kaseki and Nabe. They're just really wholesome. They're really cool, like, mentor coaching characters. Each has a respective scene where they bring Poke back up. One here is before it's the derby, Japanese derby, in the wake of, you know, Tachyon doing her whole bit. Love the framing in the scene. The lighting's really cool too. I think Nabe's voice acting, I think he's quite a famous VA from memory. It hit very well. It had me ready to go into this following race. Also, any intel here? Who the fuck is this? Anyway, she's cool too. And then almost, you know, that half an hour later in the film, you have the Fujikiseki equivalent after, again, this anxiety starts to build up within Poke after, winning her race and just feeling a little bit uneasy. A bit of imposter syndrome there, with your major competitor on the sideline. And again, this is where I'm like, knowing the history here would probably enhance things. There's lots of stuff about winning him his first derby and, your role in the past and, you feeling like your career ended on somewhat of a missed opportunity too, you using that and, motivating Poke with that. That's all pretty strong. And I'm guessing, again, if you know the history, it hits all the more harder. But just, I love this. It was mentor, you were the spark that started the entire film, essentially. Your running style and pace and stuff. It was so cool. So again, seeing that come full circle, you putting on the costume again. Hey, if you can come back and do this for me, maybe, I can keep on going in this moment as well. And again, it's like this thing that inspires me to then go to Tachyon and say, hey, race with me, basically, because you did the same thing. Hey, we're going to come out this morning, we're going to go race, I pay it forward. It's just fun to see that kind of domino effect almost. I think in the mid-level of the story of the film, I feel like there's a contrast building between Agnes Tachyon and her philosophy versus these two. They're all heart, they're all devotion, they're all intangibles, where, Tachyon's all the science side. It's that clash at the core of the film, as demonstrated through the comparison of these two characters, or sets of characters. And I don't have much here to say about Manhattan Cafe. She's really cute, and I think her voice is great. Also here, her, decor is insane. I think it's just a little bit later on here where we do this scene. Yeah, in the back here, I love all this aesthetically, I'm just a mark for this stuff. If you've watched the channel for any length of time, you know that. So, hey, more Manhattan Cafe, please. That'd be great. I think that she's... I'd like to see more there. Dance of Flame, I think she gets away with a lot for just being cute. I think it's a really cute design. I like the pink on her. I think it's a good color. I want to get her in her, racing uniform here. Yeah, get a little bit of it there. Yeah, her whole thing... 2 thumbs up. Very cool. Well, I like it. And I've highlighted it. It's nice to see the girls from Road to the Top again. It's nice to see Doto and Opera and NTR and Ayabe and Karan-chan made some cameos as well. It was just nice to see them all. It makes the world feel big, unique. Even just the speaker girls and stuff in the background. Scarlet, and I saw, Special Week briefly and stuff. Didn't see Goldship. Is Goldship in it? Anyway, she's probably somewhere. She's always somewhere. Haru Urara had a scene. Yeah, again, I've watched a lot of this show now. I like seeing the characters. It makes me happy. Next up, what did it all mean? This is where I put on my pseudo-intellectual hat and try to talk it out some. So it feels like they sat down with Beginning of a New Era and thought about, okay, what is Musume? And they went back to that kind of first adage, that thing that plays before each piece of new content, right? The girls, they're born to run. It's in their DNA. To live and breathe for Horse Girl is to be in motion. Let's take that to the nth degree. Agnes Tachyon is fascinated with this concept and wants to almost prove it, wants to take it to its logical extreme through science. In the visual language of the film, we see a very explicit focus on the mechanics of running. Oh my god, she's terrifying though too. Just wanted... They're trying to have a freak off here. Oh my god. The scene in the tunnel too. Crazy good scene. Just, the perfect form of running almost as this, formulaic, thing that we can calculate. All the different copies, all the different, times we've tested this hypothesis, all the, motion formulas here too. Even the U equals MA squared or whatever. Fun. Obviously drawing visual inspiration to The Horse in Motion by Edward... Muybridge? Sure, very famous, put it up on screen. One of the first things put on film. Again, back to basics, back to the core concepts. I want to, really hone in on them, says Tachyon. We get a lot of symbolic and not so symbolic chemical reactions. I mentioned them later. There's a lightning strike. There's a bubbling up of the ramune. There's it's this build up and release. It's almost like tensing and the flow of running and stuff. That's all tied in together for me. It leads to these like kaleidoscopic scenes where multiple times during the end of races we'll get our every color under the rainbow on. It goes crazy. It's like this is where we're hitting that harmonious, like, we're just in the perfect zone for it. And again, like, Tachyon wants to stay there and study it for as long as possible. Once again, visually, stuff with like wavelengths and diagrams and stuff. There's a specific one, I believe it's in this race. I want to see if I can find it. Yeah, I think we're starting here, like turning it upside down, even in the reflection of that sweat drop of Jungle Pocket, which is sneaky deep. Think about that. In the reflection of your effort, there is me. Whoa, that's crazy. And yeah, like kind of this step on the ground, the making of the contact there. Maybe it's a previous race before that? Yeah, here, this is what I'm looking for. So the step, almost like the shattering of that glass there too, but you kind of sort of reverberate out. And yeah, it kind of fuzzles together into like a wavelength. Again, just like these scientific measures coming through visually, which I quite like, all building into her character of seeing running in this same manner, basically. The end point, of course, for Tachyon is realizing the fruitlessness of treating racing this way, running not in the pursuit of mechanical perfection, but instead a vulnerable emotional expression. We've watched Musume. It's about putting it all on the line and believing in each other and personal connection and rivalry. It's never going to be something as solitary as, as some nerd with a book, basically. That's not what Musume is about. And again, if there's something that I'm walking away from the film thinking overall thesis statement wise, then it is this. The most important, impactful things in your life are not going to happen sitting at a desk. They're going to be happening out there. The things that you actually feel with your soul. And I feel like that's a really good message. I don't know. It's a very common trope, the disconnect between the logical side and the emotional side, the disconnect between, art versus science, essentially. It's one thing to understand why something happens, and it's another thing to control it. All of these things and more were kind of buzzing through my head. They're interesting ideas to think on, and give the film a lot of its oomph from the message department. Again, Tachyon will have her most success not seeing her competitors as experiments to be experimented upon, but instead as people. Because she doesn't think this, it betrays her by the end of the runtime, right? And she is left reeling and, just having like this epiphany in this moment of like, oh shit, my whole life, I've given it all away almost. Yeah, it's really, really deep. And I think they do make arguments for both sides here, though. You definitely are a formidable racer based on your scientific view of things. You definitely understand things going on. You're in your corner, you're in your desk, you're studying tape, you're very studious. That thing can make you successful, but it can also betray you if you make the incorrect decisions there. Next up, we have this kind of light refracting crystal as a bit of a metaphor. You can see it here, of course. It's present in basically every important scene. The film opens with Thingo, she has it around her neck. Also, this intro is great too, by the way. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, pretty cool. Jungle Pocket around her neck. We'll often see it thrown up in the air and chased, much like a shooting star. Gave me Road to the Top vibes in that way, where again, Top Road was that star for Ayabe, where we kind of followed that along. That was all very swell. But I think it's an extended metaphor of what we were just talking about as well. It's this thing that contains multitudes. It contains beauty. It can be scientifically broken down and analyzed, the waveform of light and how it produces all these colors and whatnot, but that is also missing the forest for the trees. It's also this beauty, there's this moving nature to it, which I think is way more important to a relatively simple character like Poke. Every single time when we're getting to that climactic point in these races, it just erupts into every single color we've ever seen. Rainbows everywhere is a good example. Point being, however you look at it, it's beautiful. It just tells you a lot about the character and how they would look at a, prism like this refracting light. Again, Tachyon, analytical, you admiring beauty. Again, it's so beautiful as well because that's how you saw Fujikaseki back in the day too. It's what inspired you to be this way. It obviously brings some of the weather stuff in too, because it can only reflect that light when it is sunny. That's when the storm stuff comes in, and the nighttime during this specific race here, during the Satsuki show or whatever. Yeah, another real high point for me was, obviously I don't think this race is taking place during the night. but they chose to frame it that way based on this light metaphor, and the sun being very important, and this being basically that end of Act 2 low point for Poke. Again, we see this is heightened, again, in a way I really like, in a way that only anime can do, by the way. Love that shit. And then we see Agnes Tachyon looking at the footage a little bit later on, like on her screen, and it's like actually daytime and fine. Yeah, what's also going on with this Manhattan Cafe friend stuff? I don't know, I'd like to see that expounded upon, everybody. Yeah, there you go. That's a more accurate depiction of what it actually looked like. Still not sunny, still a bit overcast, but not like literally nighttime. Continuing on from this, more heightened moments where reality just shifts. Again, it already didn't happen. I know that horse girls don't exist, but it super didn't happen in these scenes, and it's more, again, showing off the emotional side metaphorically. Again, Poke's evil twin. She doesn't actually have a dream evil twin, everybody. Shock horror. Where she's like literally holding her in place. It's a symbol, right? There's this side of herself that is holding herself back from running her best, almost, like keeping her running in place, not making any progress. And it's this persona that needs to be shattered with this kind of interaction with Fujikaseki. I've spoken about this previously, but again, yeah, taking on some of the mannerisms of Tachyon. I thought that was quite astute. It's just so inspiring too, man. Just like rewatching some of these scenes. Very cool. She did get the costumes a little bit much though, right? Just a little bit. Again, the use of the storm, the clouds, the weather overall, lightning striking, that kind of silhouetting of that theoretical competitor, which I think is the vibe. It's like, this storm horse, it's like this lightning horse is like the ideal. Like strike of lightning, chemical reaction, catalyst. It's all this stuff associated with Tachyon and her experimental nature, how she treats this stuff we've gone into previously. It's really apt. Really liked Manhattan Cafe early on reaching out for that storm. Yeah, this shit, it's just fucking cool too. Yeah. Again, this is what gives that film, the film, the extra layer. And yeah, I spoke about the ramenate bottle as well, the bubbling up, the release of Poke's anxiety at that point. Just very well done. It coincided with a festival scene too, which we love to see. We love a festival. Well, that stuff was all great too, where like in her kind of nightmare dream sequence thing here, she's like imagining like all the posters and stuff that's been put up of Poke, them like changing into Agnes Tachyon. Like I feel like this fraud almost, and she should have this thing, and I don't know what it's so much uncertainty to it as well. It's just really hit for me. It's good. Moving on to a bit more of the production stuff as we wind down now. Again, not necessarily my forte all the time. Animation-wise, this is a cool, like, animation nerd movie. It has really, really talented animators on it. I've looked into each and every one of the key animators there. I did mention Kizumonogatari and Revue Starlight, and there's one guy here, Yosuke Fukumoto. I know it's, like, not framed correctly at all. There you go, you get a little bit of it there. Kizumonogatari and Revue Starlight. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, of course, I'm not like big animation nerd guy. Ken Yamamoto direction is new, but we have Changji Liao from Road to the Top as a unit director here returning. It does feel somewhat similar in that way. No real strong connection for a lot of the stuff beyond that. Just good credits, like Mob Psycho 100, good credit. Licorice Recoil script, weird, okay, never mind. This is like that wit thing that is pretty good apparently this season, like Princess Connect Redive and the Pokemon thing and like Premiere and Gridman and a little bit of work here for Shaft too. We love to see it. I was waiting to look for a bit more of that Shaft connection. So yeah, this looks pretty similar to me to the other stuff. If you're being mentioned in the same breath as this, you're doing very well. It looks stunning. I'm not going to go any further because spoilers and stuff. But I think it looks very similar. Anyway, back here now. But this film, it really hits you. It starts off really well. It starts off with a bang, for sure. Like, cute, bouncy animation style changes. Just a huge amount of technical brilliance coming right at you. This aforementioned scene in the tunnel, I just love. Little bit of, what is it, Osomatsu-san? Yeah, this guy, right? Osomatsu. There you go. little bit. I think a point of difference is not as much obvious CG work during the races. We'll have this pretty telltale, dynamic, sweeping camera. I think one of your best examples is in this race at around the midpoint as well. Kind of, you'll get these shots here, of course, and we'll kind of go like there. That kind of sweep and then stop. It's very impressive to me. It's like they're constantly running, and it's like this realistic 3D space without use of CG. And then like that sweep there, and like another one there to just see Dansu Flame on the side. Like, that's a telltale thing through this whole thing. Like it's used so many times. I think it's super impressive. I love its use. And yeah, you'll get a few CG on crowds and backgrounds and a few CG shots, super wide shots of the competitors, but again, looks similar to the game there in my view. But not as much. It's not as jarring. It's seamless. It's the best the show has looked from that perspective. It's probably the best it is going to look, considering that this is a film and Cinderella Grey is... I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I'm sure it's going to be very good. It's not going to look this good, I don't think. I think the horses have never looked this fast as well. There's a particular shot, again, of Tachyon in this race. It's where Poke here starts to go. Pretty cool. And then that shot there. Just the exaggeration. That's CG, I think, actually. Yeah, just, it's all angles. It's all sweeps. It's meant to show dominance, and does. How am I forgetting this scene? Oh my god, Find Me Opera. Yeah, this is like the best shit I've ever seen. Nice forehead, by the way, where it just zooms past everybody. Again, the horses have never looked that fast. As I mentioned previously, there's some really insightful resources that go into the Sakuga in good detail. This video on YouTube was linked. What is it called here? Musume Best Sakuga Road to the Top. You'll see there on the side as well. It comes with who actually did it and some names and stuff. The aforementioned forehead. That, as well as stuff like ANN always being quite useful. A small one here, I really like the titles of the races as they come in as well. It's this real sense of like, oh shit, the days here. Like, on the kind of the black text on the screen. Looks great. And nerdy stuff, the compositing, blending, you know, the mix of all the different animation styles, even some really nerdy stuff. Some of the shots by the river near that particular tree that kind of droops down, placing characters kind of in between, like one side of the leaves and the other, like we're in between the tree almost. Looked unreal, looked so good. And of course, in the art section here, I talk about the lighting, which is continuing on from Road to the Top, still looks amazingly good, very, very good. Comes together for a cohesive product because of the use of all these different things. Very well done. Film looks gorgeous. Again, I've said it in so many words. Yeah, you saw it. It looks great. Specifically, the colors. The colors are a particular focus here and a particular standout. Central to the theming, of course, as we've spoken about. The deep reds of the retirement scene, quote unquote, were a sight to behold. It was like fucking... like a supervillain broadcasting their message to the unsuspecting masses. I really loved the tone here. Oh, the sugar too, how sweet this temporary victory is for Tachyon. It's almost like she's reveling in it. This is like a fucking cauldron. She's a witch, remember? Yo. It's crazy. I've spoken about it previously. The rainbow effects, the kaleidoscopic scenes in races look amazingly good. And a late one during some of the beach stuff. I really like the afternoon sun on the beach as we're getting our practice in. Like this kind of stuff. Very realistic, like dusk, you know, depiction. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. You get some of the best, like, slice of life you see or your different favorite horses scenes here too. I will say probably the closest we get to like fan service Musume, a lot of those girls were just in bikinis, were just in like swimsuits. Sure, go for it, guys. I've spoken about it previously too. Art style changes galore all across this thing. Lots of references. It was very referential, which made me think Shaft again too. Particular shout-outs to a scene where we're confronting Tachyon in her room and I turn into a giant blob person. I thought that this was fantastically funny, very creative. And yeah, it's always for exaggeration, but sometimes it's cartoony, comedic exaggeration. Other times it is technical, labor-intensive exaggeration for big story moment, for you know opera going off her tits. Like it almost gives you like shonen movie where you'll have your big expensive household name animators working on extended Sakuga sequences. That's what these scenes felt like to me. Like say, like one of the MHA movies or something where they have that big obvious pop-off scene We have like multiple of those in this, which I really enjoyed. Spoken about the lighting, of course, but the backgrounds buoy the quieter scenes in a very cool way. Whenever we get any of our stuff going by the river, I think is super fun. Yeah, this kind of stuff. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. So yeah, if you're a little bit more of a background art snob, like me, as opposed to the motion stuff, you're still well served here. I didn't know where else to put this, but the girls here are just very cute as well. It's some of their cutest iterations. They look great. Dance of Flame, she's very cute. I don't know what else to say there. I feel like we've achieved like apex. I think all the different times we've attempted different styles with these characters across different studios, I think this is the most successful at just like cute, which is one of the major goals here. Onto the music now. Idol songs, they're always good fun. I like how direct some of the lyrics are, especially in the opening, as well as a little live, which I hadn't mentioned up to this point. It's another really, really good winning live. Animation, crazy. But again, we're just at such a high standard now that it, I sometimes don't even repeat it. But yeah, in this movie, music-wise, I'm going to be remembering the original soundtrack more than anything else, the background music. It's very, very good. That is music, of course, by Masaru Yokoyama. And I was looking through here, there's a few things that I've seen which he's done music for, but, not really. I know I didn't pick out them specifically as having really good music. I guess I like the Fruits Basket music. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, remember the Jellyfish show? I didn't end up following that up. I should watch that at some point. One I saw here was Your Lie in April. That's a music show. As well as Surene, anything. Kyoto Animation has good music generally. But yeah, knocked it out of the park. A name I'm going to have to keep my eyes out for, basically. Good stuff. For me, with the music, it was the jovial stuff. It was the soft rock little bangers for the quieter scenes, as well as the, like, Tachyon running her heart out, fucking blood-pumping, thumping super music as well. They thought both were quite nice. I do think we reuse a few too many of the familiar Musume songs sometimes. It's nice to hear them. It gives the whole franchise this sense of identity, and again, is great for the long-term fans, especially of the games. You've probably heard these songs a million times. But for me, sometimes it's just a little bit, oh yeah, going through the motions, I've kind of heard this, sure. It only happens a couple of times, but I'm like, oh, I've definitely heard a rendition of the song before. I guess we'll spin this half criticism off and do some more criticisms. Manhattan Cafe and Dance of Flame get shafted a bit. Specifically Manhattan Cafe, I thought that they were going to do way more there with this, with her whole thing. I honestly don't know what she was meant to be doing. I wish we got a bit more odd couple energy with her and Tachyon as well. I thought that they were great for each other, like Tachyon just being mad annoying and Cafe needing to deal with it. Again, there's always room for more. If there was to be more content about them, I would not complain. Maybe this is just a me thing, because I tend to have this fucking criticism for a lot of films. Around here, pacing drops, especially the festival scene. I'm just kind of like waiting for the next thing to happen a little bit. Just right around this 3/4 mark. It doesn't help that we have a few more of the same themings and motivations and locations. We went to the beach and had a festival. Very similar to Road to the Top, of course. It is where a character overcame their anxiety and insecurity regarding their current performance, and with the help of a mentor character, became better and more equipped leading into the finale. Like, that is identical between both Beginning of a New Era and Road to the Top. I prefer Beginning of a New Era's rendition, but still, it's samey. Another one would be injuries. Again, Agnes Tachyon being injured in general, and like a person getting injured before we can have our true rivalry with them. I'm seeing like Kita-san Black and Duramente. I'm seeing like even McQueen Teo areas. Like, we've done this song and dance before, is my point. I get that we're horse racing, there's only so many things we can do, and especially when we're shackled to real-life events, just wish that they would navigate them a little bit more differently sometimes. But yeah, towards the end now, overall thoughts, it's a fire film. It's very good. I very much enjoyed my time. Very happy I watched it. Once again, it wouldn't be out of place in that run of movies I watched not long ago. That is very, very high praise. I would say it is worth watching all of Musume to get up to this point. It is a spectacle. It is a feast for the eyes. did I mention Agnes Tachyon's mental? She's crazy in this. I understand where people were hyping her up off that one appearance very early on in that special. I understand now. That makes sense. The relay race, the BMW, yeah, she's in that. I remember now. And I kind of spoke about this point previously already. Like, it's the best possible result of getting super talented creatives, funding them, making sure that they can eat and do a good job to make something both appealing to a casual and hardcore audience. That is not just casual and hardcore for Musume, that is casual and hardcore for anime, right? You have people that just like the pretty girls and the horses and the colors and stuff, and then you have dorks like me and you fucking Sakuga dorks that can break this down and have a great time as well. It achieves all demographics, it threads that needle, they found the fucking narrow path. They've done very, very well. And off the back of that, looking forward to Cinderella Grey next week. Going to be starting there with Season 1, Episode 1. I think it's in seasons, right? We'll talk about expectations and stuff for that a little bit later on next week, I think. Yeah, but 2 thumbs up. I had a great time. Hang on, where's Opera again? Just so I can send her off. That's kind of opera coded. Sure, that'll do. But yeah, thank you for watching the film. Thank you for watching it with me. There was a little bit of an issue on the picture-in-picture version as well. Sorry about that, but I think I fixed it up. It should be okay. Fingers crossed. If not, I'll just make it again, I guess. I'll see you next week for Cinderella Grey. You can watch it straight away if you have the Patreon, of course. It's linked in the description below. It is only $6 a month, of course. Like the video, subscribe, all that other kind of jazz. Tell your friends. I'm shilling everything today. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Ciao. Goodbye.